Hello leading ladies, welcome to week 6 of the 100-day coaching program. I hope you enjoyed last week's discussion about mindset, and this week that you're starting to get into looking at what's your business model and what's the best business model for you and what you want to achieve in your business and with the lifestyle that you want to lead. So I just wanted to check in today with a couple of quick things. Really I want to talk a bit again about mindset, because it really is the linchpin here in how we're building and leading our businesses. And it's something that I wanted to share with you that I learnt through NLP, so neuro-linguistic programming, and something that I was trained in, but really had some changes in the way I approached my business. Now, what it was that change happens on a neurological level, not on a logical level. So change happens on a neurological level, not on the logical level. So in other words, you can't think your way into a change. Although change might begin with a decision, and that decision might be something that you've thought about, there is much more required to actually change your behavior. Especially if, and I know I would all agree with you and probably join with you on this, you don't want to expend loads of energy trying to make the change, trying to be good, trying to stick to something, trying to do the right thing. We actually want that change to move as quickly and as easily as possible. So we have to actually make that change physiologically in our bodies and through a neurological level. I once had Terry Cole Whitaker. I read some words of her that said one day she was sitting on the couch and for hours she had these problems and she was trying to work out her problems, and then she suddenly realized that she had to get off the couch. So really she had to do something to disrupt her behavior pattern, something to interrupt her thought patterns and what she was worrying over. And sometimes we just need to stop for a moment and change and do something else at a neurological level. So my question to you this week is, what are some of the behaviors, the beliefs and the mindsets that you need to make a change on a neurological level, not just on an intellectual level? So really start thinking about that, and what are some of the shifts and different things that you can be doing physically and emotionally through your business. Some of the beliefs that you might want to challenge and really think about, are they serving you? So why do I keep harping on about preparing the mind? Well, really, how you think and what you know to be true and what you believe to be true about how you do business is what's brought you to where you are at right now. Now, that may be perfectly fine, and you might be on slowly on an exponential curve that's gradually building. But for many of you, you want to see some real growth. You want to see some change or some difference and some movement in what you're doing. So really, you have to start thinking about changing the way you think. Remember, at that whole neurological level. Really, where we're at and how far we've come from has become, I guess, a result of what we've thought in the past. So if we want to go to new places, we have to think new things. And often the challenge is that people get afraid. And as we grow and we start to improve in what we do, we're scared of making risks. We're scared of stepping out of that precipice. I know many of you, as I've been coaching you through our one-on-ones, you've been saying, oh, I'm scared of that, or I'm getting to the edge and that feels so big, or that task or project feels huge. And so fear starts to hold us back. But the most successful people, the people who I've seen really go on to achieve great things, as well as the many people I've read biographies and that of, are all people who are willing to make mistakes, who are willing to challenge themselves, willing to take some risks. And I've learnt myself, and now I've had a tendency in the past to be very risk averse, so I've learnt myself that when I make more mistakes, that's when I start to grow. I have to be more willing to fall down in order to get up and turn that into something great. Which means we really have to be willing to participate in our business and our life 100% of the time. When we all first learnt to walk, I'm sure we fell over many times, and our mums said, whoops-a-daisy, up you get. So You've fallen down 17 times. Did you stop? I don't think so, because I've seen you all walk. So you'll never really learn to walk if you don't get up and try again. You would have ended up continuing to crawl all your life. So it's the same in business. We have to be prepared to make some mistakes. And I also want to encourage you at this point, we're pretty well halfway through the program almost. I want to encourage you to remember that business is fun. If you're going to play the game of business, you have to learn the rules, you have to keep score, and you've got to really enjoy it along the way. Whatever reason you've gone into business, most of all, it's usually to give yourself a better lifestyle. More freedom, more time, more money, more time to spend with your family. So you don't want to let the thing suck you all up. You want to remember it's a game and play it like a game. Give yourself a break. If it was a game, you'd probably laugh a lot more, have fun, and enjoy yourself. So always keep the fun as one of the primary aims in your business. And lastly, I just want to remind you all that time is always your most valuable asset. If only all of us could get really ingrained in our brains that the definition of the term opportunity cost. If you waste every dollar you make, you can still make it back again. Yet if you waste a minute of your day, you can never get it back again. So most business owners I've met spend their day doing things that won't really bring them long-term success, that aren't really generating cash flow, that aren't really building wealth. So what I want you to do is really start to think about how you're spending your time. I want you to invest your time rather than spend your time. So every moment, think, is this the best investment of my time right now? As the owner of the business, you have to be certain that everything you're doing, every job you do, every working minute of your day is invested in something that only you can do. So always ask yourself this question: what will give me my best return on investment today for my time? Thanks for watching once again, Leading Ladies. It's been great to connect with you all again in our one-on-ones, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to bring you expert interviews, tips, and your weekly curriculum. This is Heidi Alexandra Pollard of Leading Ladies International. Bye for now, ladies.